Have a little faith, baby. Have a little faith.
Hello folks, it's the Anonymous Patriot back with you again. This video isn't a replay video like all of my other ones. First, let me start off by giving you guys the latest news. I recently took over the clan S.A.D, or the Specialized Armored Division. I got ownership of the clan for free, which saved me 2,500 gold by not having to buy it myself. Everyone asks me how I came by this windfall. Well, I was sitting in general chat on the West server one morning, drinking my coffee and chatting away as I usually do, and this guy appears asking if anyone wants a clan. I thought he meant, does anyone want to join a clan? So I replied that no, I do not want to join a clan, but I would like to have my own clan one day. He sent me a private message and said that is what he meant. He was giving away S.A.D because he was getting ready to close it, and he figured someone might want it. So you can figure out pretty quick that I hopped right on that. I likey free stuff. So now I am the commander of the Specialized Armored Division clan. Hence the new intro here on this video. We've gotten a lot of new recruits in S.A.D, and many of them are new to World of Tanks. Unlike a lot of clans, I don't mind having new people in the clan, so I don't have any tier requirements or personal rating requirements. Everyone can get better. You'll see that the clan motto is Si vis pacem parabellum, which means if you want peace, prepare for war. At this time, the Specialized Armored Division is in the rebuilding phase. S.A.D will be accepting new members who regularly play artillery or use TOG-2. We also accept new members that use mediums, heavies, and light tanks. New players, less than 1,000 battles, will also be accepted, and I would like them to talk with me on the World of Tanks client under my screen name swordfish_0407. There will not be any stat rats, stat Nazis, seal clubbers, or douchebags accepted to S.A.D. If you are an XVM user, do not use it to bash other players' stats. We have no use for bullies in the Specialized Armored Division. We are a social platoon clan, and douchebaggery will not be accepted. Battle training and technical help is available for new players joining the clan, part of what this video is about. Battle replays can be converted to YouTube videos and posted on the commander's channel, that's this channel right here. Contact swordfish0407 for details. To answer some questions new members have about the S.A.D. We will not start clan wars and strongholds until the clan is ready for it. By that I mean until we have put together a well-balanced team that has practiced extensively in training rooms with teamwork and predetermined battle plans. Most stronghold battles are tier 6 and above, so clan members will need tier 6 tanks, well equipped with well-trained crews. Don't worry if you don't have these yet. We're just starting, so we have plenty of time. Having so many newer players, we can work on building our tanks and their crews up. And the next part of this video shows new players how to do that. So if you're an experienced player, a lot of the following information you should already know. And if you don't, you're doing it wrong. Welcome to my garage. This is the Su-100 Russian Tier 6 tank destroyer. I received this beast as a result of doing the 60-day login missions. The Su-100Y is a premium tank destroyer, but it does not receive premium matchmaking like the TOG or the T-14 or the Churchill 3 that I own do. It does, however, receive the premium vehicle bonus on credits and experience to the crew. It is already elite status, so it automatically comes with the accelerated crew training feature. It can also be used to train crews for other Russian tank destroyers, but as I do not have any other Russian tank destroyers, the crew of this one, like the crew of my TOG, will be staying put. Let's take a look at the stats for this derp monster. It has a health pool of 700 points and weighs 64.65 tons and has a top speed of 35 kilometers per hour. It only has 60 millimeters of armor all the way around, which doesn't provide a great amount of protection from incoming fire, but if angled correctly while retreating into cover, it can save you. Don't expect the SU-100Y to bounce a lot of shots or absorb enemy fire like the British A.T. series, however. You will just see your TD blown up in front of your face. The biggest advantage is the massive firepower of the SU-100Y. It carries the B-13 S2 130mm gun, which is extremely high alpha damage. Standard shell penetration is 196 millimeters on the high side, and the average damage ranges anywhere from 330 points to 550 points. I've found the normal damage on most tanks is 450 to 500 points. Most Tier 5 and Tier 6 medium light tanks simply explode when hit by the SU-100Y. Heavy tanks tend to take massive hits, which make their drivers usually run for cover. Even Tier 7 tanks, like the T-29, are pretty much 3 shots for the SU-100Y to destroy them. Using high explosive ammo on the SU-100Y is a real iffy thing, but if you do manage to penetrate your target, the amount of damage inflicted is pretty extreme. I only keep 10 rounds of high explosive on hand for the SU-100Y, however. Taking a look at the equipment mounted on my SU-100Y, we can see that I have improved ventilation installed on it. This provides a plus 5% advantage to all crew member skills. Vents can be equipped on any tank with a turret or enclosed space, such as a tank destroyer. They cannot be equipped on open-top tanks such as the Hellcat or most artillery units. It is recommended that you buy and equip vents on your tank. If you have gold, you can dismount the vents for 10 gold to use on another tank, but if you do not have the gold to do it, then you must destroy them if you sell the tank. Vents will decrease your loading time, increase your view range, among many other things. A great investment in a tank if you intend to keep it in your garage for a long time. I don't recommend vents on tanks below Tier 5, however, as you will eventually probably get rid of those tanks. I will tell you to keep your crew in a Tier 5 tank to build your crew skills. Tier 5 is a very good tier for that, and also a very good tier to grind off credits you will need later on. Tier 5 is great training for the type of battle tactics you will also need to learn to survive in the higher tiers as well. Next, I have a large caliber gun rammer installed. Rammers decrease loading time by 10%, and again, I don't recommend them on lower than Tier 5 tanks, as it is kind of a waste of credits. Now in the third equipment slot, I have binocular and telescope installed. As these are not complex equipment, they can be dismounted without being charged for it and used on other tanks. You can put any of the other equipment you think you might need in these slots. Camo nets are only useful for stationary tanks, and if you take damage to your ammo rack a lot, you might want to consider a wet ammo rack. Remember though, the rules for complex equipment apply. The game will inform you if the piece to be installed is complex equipment or not. Now for consumables. I usually run with the same set of consumables in all my tanks. The first, number 4 during battle, is the small repair kit. This can only be used once, so be wise as to when you use it. This will repair one damaged module and give you the choice of what to repair if you have a lot of damaged modules. You can also install a large repair kit which repairs all damaged modules, but these are expensive at 20,000 credits and not recommended to be used very often, if at all. The next one is a small med kit, number 5, during battle. It will bring back an injured or dead crew member and can only be used once. There is a large med kit which restores all injured crew members, but like the large repair kit, these are expensive just to be used out of hand. In the last consumable slot, I run with an automatic fire extinguisher. These are fairly expensive at 20,000 credits apiece, but if you get lit on fire, they put it out immediately. You can go with a manual fire extinguisher, which costs less, but during the heat of battle, these can fail you quickly. Now for the crew skills. This is one of the most important and many times overlooked things about this game. When starting out in lower tiers, you will notice that your crew basic training skills will increase to 100% the more you play. For a fresh crew, you can spend credits to increase their skills to 75%, then grind it out the rest of the way. You can also spend gold to automatically put them at 100%, but I find this is a waste of gold. I suggest increasing to 75%, then grinding them out to 100%. You should be aware that if you have vents installed, however, you will need to increase to 105% on the commander to be able to pick your first skill. Now you can send your crew to the barracks, and when you get a new tank, or as you get a new tank, you can retrain them on the new tank. Now when you do that, you can train them up to, I believe it's 90%, but you can transfer your crew up the tiers. That's always the best thing to do. Now when your crew reaches its maximum basic training, a small plus sign will appear beneath your crew when you are able to pick the first skill or perk. Right click on the crew member and choose personal file. As for my SU-100Y crew, we will look here at the commander's profile. I had gotten to 105% and able to pick my first skill or perk. You'll notice that I have a high caliber medal already in my SU-100Y. We like seeing those because it lets you know you did well for that battle. Click on the tab that says skills and you come to this page. I considered starting with the mentor skill as it provides additional experience to the rest of the crew. You'll notice that it says skill and it takes effect right away and gets better as it increases. Instead, I chose the 6 cents perk because it allows the commander, once active, to know if your tank has been spotted or not. For the commander, this perk only takes effect once it reaches 100%. I recommend this highly as the first perk. It's better to know if you have been spotted instead of taking damage, which can surprise the hell out of you if you think you are hidden in a bush or behind a piece of high terrain. It's worse if you have been spotted and artillery nails you. This could be a little bit of damage, or if the arty man is competent, it could just punch your ticket for you right away. Moving down to the gunner's position, I chose the camouflage skill for the SU-100Y because it is a tank destroyer and pretty damn big to boot. You could also choose the Deadeye perk, which increases the chance of causing critical hits to enemy tanks in their modules or crew. As you can see on the left, I chose Camel Skills for the rest of the crew for the SU-100Y. I did this because, as I said, the SU-100Y is a pretty big tank destroyer. I could install a camo net, which would help a lot, but as I have been running with the equipment, I kind of like what I got. You'll notice my SU-100Y is painted as well. Camo paint adds 5% to the camo value of the vehicle. You can paint your vehicles by clicking on Exterior. You can temporarily paint them for 30 days with credits, which is what I usually do, or if you have the gold, you can paint them permanently. Moving along, I have quite a few battles now in my SU-100Y, and I'm grinding through the first skill set. You can see on the left that all of the set is at 92%. While this doesn't really help out the commander very much with a 6 cent skill, the rest of the crew have a camo skill of 92%, which makes a huge difference in play for my SU-100Y. So I need to start thinking about what my next set of skills and perks is going to be. Going to the commander's profile, we see that I have 2 high calibers, and a Pasculi's medal in SU-100Y. You get the Pasculi's medal for killing 3 enemy artillery units in battle. I got mine in a battle my team lost on the Mountain Pass map. How I managed to get across the enemy base to the enemy base without being destroyed is kind of a mystery. Well, not really. I actually camped my ass off guarding the bridge, then hurried my big fat ass across to their base to kill their artillery. It didn't matter though, as the rest of my team were dead as doornails and I was left facing 5 tier 7 tanks, and after I killed all their artillery. We see that the Sixth Sense is at 92%, so I will get to choose another skill very soon. I am thinking that I'm going to choose the Recon skill, as it increases the view range of the SU-100Y. My commander is also the radio operator for the vehicle, so I will be able to stack that skill with the situational awareness as the third skill, which also increases the view range. I am not sure how much the actual view range will increase, but hopefully it will be enough to be able to remove the binoculars and add a camo net to the tank. Moving on to the gunner, we can see his Camel skill is also at 92%. I have a decision to make once I am able to choose another skill. I'm probably going to go with Brothers in Arms perk for the entire crew. It improves all the major qualifications and skills for the crew, and if you have the vents installed, the effect is cumulative. For the third skill for the gunner or other crew, I probably am going to go with repairs, or I may go with a position specific perk or skill that could be highly useful. Hopefully this video was useful to the new members of the Specialized Armor Division. Remember, if you have any questions, please feel absolutely free to ask in the S.A.D chat room or private message swordfish_0407 directly, as I will be happy to help. Well, this has been the Anonymous Patriot with another installment in my World of Tanks playlist. Remember, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and a share, as it really helps out the channel. Until next time folks, stay hull down and keep your ammo rack wet.